Good morning, folks. This is a follow-up to March the 23rd's vlog on social panic results in mass psychogenic delusion. The West's current crisis, climate alarmism, has failed to trigger the level of fear the global elite had hoped for when, whether by plan or by accident, the CCP virus came to the rescue, which has proven to be an opportunity too fortuitous for them to waste. The virus has provided carte blanche permission for the elite to seize the means of production, control the distribution of resources, while using their comrades in mainstream media, as well as social media, to gag and silence public dissent. Is mass psychosis the greatest threat to humanity? Indeed, it is becoming more obvious, Carl Jung writes, that it is not famine, not earthquake, not microbes, not cancer, but man himself who is man's greatest danger to man, for the simple reason that there is no adequate protection against psychic epidemics, which are definitely more devastating than the worst of natural catastrophes. That was written by Carl Jung in the Symbolic Life. And again, from Carl Jung, all one's neighbours are in the grip of some uncontrolled and uncontrollable fear. In lunatic asylums, it is a well-known fact that patients are far more dangerous when suffering from fear than when moved by rage or hatred. And again, by Dr. Carl Jung in Psychology and Religion. I'm posting a link to a video from Sky News Australia, published on March the 21st this year, entitled Wuhan Institute of Virology, High Probability the Source of COVID-19. The former lead investigator who spearheaded a task force for the U.S. government into the origins of COVID-19 has declared the virus may have been the result of work done for biological weapons program in Wuhan. David Asher, a now senior fellow at the Hudson Institute, spoke to Sky News about investigations into the origins of COVID-19 and suspicions as to who may have been first affected with the virus in Wuhan. He spoke of work undertaken at the Wuhan Institute of Virology, as well as the theory that it may have been developed SARS-CoV-2 while working on a potential coronavirus vaccine. The possible vaccine was potentially being developed as an antidote to a bioweapon, he said. Whether they were developing this vaccine, if it exists as an antidote, hard to know, he told Sky News host Sherry Markson. There's going to be the need for a huge global investigation well beyond the World Health Organization. He said events and information have arisen which made us feel the Wuhan Institute was highly probable the source of the COVID epidemic. And I posted the link to this broadcast, which can be seen on YouTube. Watch it for yourself. Read the notes. So, short today. To be forewarned is to be forearmed. It is time to refuse consent and to demand that our elected representatives be held accountable for cooperating with the single greatest takedown of human rights which has occurred in one fell swoop. First principles demand we ask a simple question. What political ideology advocates seizing the means of production, taking control of the economy, and controlling the means of distribution of resources needed to produce, while silencing public dissent. Once these questions are answered, the conclusion is undeniable. The global elite are engineering a socio-economic reset. This is clearly a neo-Marxian socialist idea, a combination of fascism and cultural Marxist scrubbing of social order to place an elite who controls everything as the sole arbiters of the new socio-economic structure. Are you going to cooperate with it? I won't. And I won't live in fear. I hope you choose not to live in fear too.